that audio. If it goes robo, let me know as well. Actually,
Okay.
all right, ready. Let me know when you're good to go.
No, I'm here. I'm here. Everything's good.
We're good to play.
Yeah. Not pretty sure I hit live. No, it is. Okay, well, problem fixed slightly. So, and the map is frozen. Wow, okay. No cuirassiers, no janissaries. Right, that is still the bands. No Janamon to
All right, so Otto's got a very good substitute for the Janissary. Obviously, the Nizam, which he's going to be picking up here, as we can see clearly by the Moss construction and also Palace Intrigue. So Otto's pretty much not really concerned. They can still get their usual anti-cav by obviously researching the Moss techs. Opening up with Cataclysm, which suggests he will be opting for a heavy coin build, obviously going into age 3 without having to gather coin, with that 700 coin coming in as obviously. Aging up with the quarterbust of that 400 wood, perhaps a second trade post, but what's more likely is the mosque coming in for sure. Heading over to Mclovin's perspective, take a look down south. He'll be aging up with the quartermaster. Rookie mistake here. Obviously, both players are anticipating that it's a regular matchup, so not actually using the second town centre to gather vills, to train vills. So only using the first town centre to age up, but forgetting to train vills with the second town centre, unfortunately. Just a quick look over at Grimescene. He obviously doesn't need to forget that because both his town centres are auto-building vills.
yeah.
But Mclovin certainly only just realising it now, just as the quartermaster's coming in. Taking a look at decks as well, we see a fort in deck. Interesting decision. Both as well as Sangley's Rifleman and both resource gathering crates and spice trade. Eric Denantes convincing us that perhaps he's got a bit of a response in Age 4 if it comes to it. But Wilderness Warfare in Age 2 without Pioneers, that's a questionable choice there, Amon. What do you think about this card?
I think he wants to actually do a church build. The fact that he says test and he has the church card here, I'm thinking this is gonna be the Grims. Most likely.
And so what do you think the Wilderness Warfare logic is with this card then?
Tanky Vills, he's probably gonna go with a native opener. You have two TPs, two native TPs close to you. So I think he's gonna go native
But
opener into like church build.
yeah, certainly a possibility. He has opted for both of the trading posts. On the other hand, perhaps Stagecoach can be researched later. I just realised it also applies to Ville's skirmishes, but also these Bourbon allies coming in, so that could be a big oomph there. 20% on those Bourbons would be huge. Looks like he'll be spotting a 40% HP treasure for Joan of Arc here. Could be good early fights, but not necessarily the biggest option on the board there. We see the Scout pretty much found all of the map here, and a stable in base, double producing vills, shipping 4 vills, and the vill count is now up to 26 for France. And heading on over to Grimescene's perspective, we see that with his single trade post, he also has opened a stable in base and is on 22 vills. So Otto certainly down in the eco war, but it looks like he will be doing a semi-FF with this wood and coin on the floor. Only gathering it with 1 vill though, so not in any hurry. Might need to speed that up there. Could actually be aging up right now if he chucked more vills on that. But it looks like from this point, 16 vills on food. He is heavily on that. Delhi's obviously costing a higher ratio of coin than food as opposed to a usual Hussar. So probably still in Hussar mode by the looks of things from Grime. Heading on over to Mclovin's territory again. We've got the full batch of 5 Huss potentially coming out at any point. Yep, squeezes out the last fifth, and the 700 coin arriving just in time to be picked up by these CDBs. What do you think his next card's going to be? Spice Trade. What do you think of that card there, Amon?
I think it's a pretty good eco card. Go for cab opener here. Both players. I wonder how this is gonna work out. We had a conversation about this, like, oh, which cab is better, the Delhi or the Hussar? And I keep forgetting the Delhi stats. They do hit faster, I believe, but not as hard. Yeah.
So they've got 5 less HP, but they obviously have that extra 0.3 seconds on each of their attack. Also, a slightly less HP for the added speed. Very, very minute, very, very comparable. Also, slightly more expensive, but the fact he's only got 4, those 4 will definitely lose to these 5 hussars if microed properly. Going now idling France. This is huge. This is for Delhi idling what looks like is going to be 12 villages in the town centre. Bang on. Aging up now at the Exiled Prince, so getting up quickly. Doesn't have a shipment in queue, but it looks like with this trading post, he will be imminently getting another shipment. Sorry. Idling both players here. Grimescene had 15 Vils idles, so losing a Delhi there, it looks like the idle time was rather comparable. Although Grimescene getting into age 3 just in time, capped out on Vils, so he has forgotten to research that tech. I don't understand why you have to do jack shit with Otto, but people still forget to research that tech. Going to be losing 1 Vil in the base of Mclovin here, and as the Hussars start to return home to catch that raid, it looks like he's going to be turning around and actually going to go back into the base of Grimescene here.
A lot of
And he might be
food
finding
banks
this
for
villager on the
Ottomans.
edge. Is he going to get it, Amon? Is he going to get it? Definitely
No
snared
grey
there. I'd be
coats
surprised
either.
if that Vil doesn't go down. No great coats. Good pick up there, but it does manage to get inside. Very, very lucky that villager stays alive, and it looks like this Huss will be going down from the volley of Cav archers there, which it does. So, chasing him all the way home. Shipping Cav archers, obviously very, very good there. And does have the option to commit to age 3 here and keep patching Cav archers, or go up to age 4. What would you do in this situation?
I think the fact that he has both church cards and he has got some powerful shipments in industrial. He's got the bombards, the Spahi. Could be industrial play, but I feel like France is probably gonna do the same thing here as well, going industrial.
Taking a look at France's perspective, Mclovin is going to be shipping 1,000 wood to get more TCs out. He's batching a lot of Vils here, stacking a lot of coin. This could run into a bit of a problem for Mclovin here. If he overcommits on the coin, he is going to be floating potentially 500 to 1,000 coin. Oh, and the Hussar's now getting caught here. Attempted micro, but looks like it's just absence. But yeah, overgathering this coin is going to be a real big problem here because he's going to have all this gold and not enough food to age up with. Cav Archer is going to be running into the base now, going to be finishing off those Hussars, idling 13 French Vils and idling more on the right here. Grimescene is just dual wielding Mclovin here, taking both his towns at the same time. He's going to be backing out though. 2 barracks is being dropped here from Mclovin. Interesting play. Perhaps going to be opting for skirmishes in age 3 here. Unfortunately, doesn't have the skirmisher, I think, HP card, but that's alright because he does have Wilderness Warfare again earlier on, so good pick from him. And hasn't researched Stagecoach yet, unfortunately. He does have the res being floated for that. Does have the res if we take a look at some of these natives. Not necessarily that one, but House of Galligan, a Habsburg, sorry. Congress of Vienna adding a shipment here. I wouldn't mind seeing a fort or 2 Farks being shipped for free. That is a gold mine, if you ask me.
Shipment goons behind this. He's gonna go for a goon skirm comp. This is dangerous though. I feel Ottomans is gonna anytime click to H4.
Researching blunderbuss and place mines. 5 goons being shipped here from Mclovin here. 10 skirmishers going to be coming out on the field. It's now a race against time. Otto is on the clock here to get to age 4 and get his big pushing bombards out before France can scale ahead of him. He's almost on 40 Vils now. Pardon me, and Grimescene is only on 30, so well ahead on Eco. Mclovin is crushing Ottoman on Eco, but here it comes. The Viceroy, or perhaps the Tycoon, in fact, is going to be coming in from Ottoman. And at this point, what does Mclovin do against what we see now as 3 town centre boom from Otto, potentially even shipping another 2 town centres to make that 5 town centres? I think that's where France starts to struggle. Goon's going to be chasing the Delhi on the right, does take one out, 1 on low HP, but we have Cav Archers without the Vil upgrades. The France CDB will be able to do fine. They can probably even take those Cav Archers on. 30% melee resist as opposed to 40% range resist. Those, I don't know, with Blunderbuss, those coup de bras might
It's
actually beat those
insane.
Cav Archers.
We do see the church cards being shipped now. I think with the Tycoon, he wants to get the card at the church, get that XP. Oh wow. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna be doing the
perfectly
church
spot on.
build.
But he's been too slow in shipping these, so now he's going to have to wait another 60 seconds before that shipment comes in. If we take a look at the church here, he can obviously, as you can say, send mercantilism, get 2000 XP, and that'll give him what? Wait, no way. That'll give him like another
Two shipments, yeah.
3 shipments or
Oh
something.
my
Well, look at this,
goodness.
600 XP to go. He
Yeah.
ships 2000. That's definitely 2, potentially even 3 shipments that tech is sending. Um, does take out the hero there. Taking a look at the line of sight here from Grimescene's perspective, it looks like has well contained his opponent here, but again, has this stagecoach coming from Mclovin? Still
No.
no stagecoach from Mclovin. Unfortunate, because that could have provided so much eco here. And as expected, Mclovin is well over on the gold gather rate. But no worries, he's shipping more. So we can always, it's always, you can never have enough gold, right? Bigger
Yeah.
coffers. So it'd be interesting what he spends it on. Honestly, it wouldn't be the worst idea to age up with that and then use that on these. There we go. The Bourbon Ally is not bad, Mclovin. So this is obviously planned to age up with. He used the market there to buy the remaining. Oh,
So what
did
would
he?
be the age up
Oh, he
option? Is
somehow.
it also Tycoon or
It looks like the
the
engineer. So
engineer?
for 2 falconets. Obviously, that's going to be a bit useless against pure Cav Archer Bombard, but still not the worst idea.
Oh,
Obviously, if he sent.
he's shipping the
This
church
is a bit
card.
of
Or well, not
the
shipping it.
mercantilism, you
He's
mean?
making it, researching the tech.
So mercantilism coming out. If he aged up with the 1,000 coin, he would actually be able to get these guys. But yeah, two shipments in the queue now. Going to be sending up Edict de Nantes, so we're going to see some Gren. So it looks like the game plan here is going to be French Grenadiers and Age for Bourbon Musketeers
Uh,
versus
I do
Grimescene's
want to point out though
Bombards.
McLovin does have the 4 call shipment in industrial age. He can ship 4 calls, which is really nice.
And he's got 2 shipments ready to go to send it. Perfect, exactly. Yeah, so well played from Mclovin there. Good spot to Mon there for picking up on that. Honestly, if Grimescene pushes in here in about a minute's time, Mclovin's going to be all jacked and set up and ready
Mm,
for him. He's got 2 shipments in queue. He can easily send the 4 Culverines and the 25 Bourbon allies. And I don't think there's anything that this army can do with that, because the veteran
yeah.
cav archers, which will soon be guard assuming, don't counter anything of France's army, and the bombards are just going to die to pure mass.
Um,
So
I mean, he's shipping more bombards. I feel like getting the church card for the Spahi and shipping Spahi, that could help you against the old guard grains for sure.
100%. The Spa here is the play, not the Bombards. I mean, he hasn't seen Mclovin aging up. He didn't see the 1,000 coin. He does see it now, and he is researching Nizam's. Here come the Kapulu Corps, and if he techs
Brilliant.
into Spa here, might even be worth teching into the 5 Spa as well if he does get that shipment point in. If he can get those Spa in, 100% right. The Spa are the game changer to end this fight in favour of Otto. Scores are neck and neck, pretty much very, very close. Spahi are now in with that extra 10% melee resist. Again, failing to research the upgraded things.
Capped on 46
We
kills.
have bingo right on here, Old Guard and 25 Bourbon allies coming in. So France will be hitting a power spike of military units here, but he needs to hurry his ass off and get another shipment of units in because, get houses and research some more units in, because this army from Grimescene is formidable, and I don't think why
Agreed.
on earth, I don't think Mclovin has the mass to deal with this. Team Singly Rifleman, obviously a good card to increase the Bourbon Allies attack, but I think what's priority here is some more artillery, so maybe some 2 heavy cannons or something to deal with just the sheer volume of
I think,
Grimescene's
yeah,
army
the,
here.
the old guard are great, but like the bombard splash and DPS is just really good. It will clean the old guard out, honestly.
We need those Culverines. We need those. We need these 2 cards. This is just not the card right here. It's not going to be doing anything.
Agreed.
Yeah, you've got a huge mass of units, but my god, man, give me the Colbs, and then you wouldn't have to, look at this. Watch this volley. Watch this volley. Come on.
Oh
This didn't
my
need to be happening right now.
days. He needs
French
to focus
Citibe's
on
popping out with
bombards.
250 HP. What a volley there, and oh my god, the instant fire onto the artillery. Feels like we're playing in fast mode. I think we are. Slow down a bit, because that was a very quick fire.
France is actually cleaning this.
France is doing a great job here. The card has come in. Those old guard, look at that attack. 29 mortar attack with 3.5 air effect, 60% range resist, and 340 HP. All the bombards are down. Saheen would be devastated at this point, but the Spahi stay alive. Cav Archer's going in to soak damage. Minutemen and skirmishers into melee, and the last Spahi are getting onto those Falconets. One Falconet goes down. One Spahi could die in this fight. If he take it down, it could be all worth it. Here it goes down. Last Spahi cleaning up the last Falconet here in the chase down, and that fight was as even as you could get it, and Mclovin is up 2k score, not even, pretty much 1k score after that. That was a dead even fight, quite literally dead even.
Agree, but we do, I mean, he still has those Spahi shipments that he can use.
Well, let's take a look. Is he going to be bringing it in? Looks like he shipped a factory first, which has just arrived, and the second shipment could be 2 town centers or the factory. In this case, personally, I would ship the, it would be a tough call. I would ship the Spahi, even though it is very tempting. I love shipping my extra 2 town centers and researching this tech here, Grand Bazaar, because he'd be on 99 vills in the next 3 minutes pretty much with that. So that's pretty ballistic. But looks like the Ville's getting pulled out here. We've got two heavy cannons being shipped with a little bit of anti-cav to deal with the Spahi here. Veteran Dragoons out, won't be able to deal with 6 Corporal bloody Kaplulu Spahi. Make that 7 actually. An extra artillery foundry coming out here the front, could be switching into Grenadiers, Abus, we have no idea yet. Heading over to Mclovin's perspective real quick, looks like he's going to be sticking with the skirmisher batches. Let's take a look at his church here. Yeah, it has finished sending all the old guard, so gathering all this food seems a bit redundant, but who knows, he does have spice trade, could come in useful somehow. Pushing up here onto Grimescene's villages, Grimescene hasn't quite noticed yet, so we'll take a look at his perspective. The Spahi have arrived, and he is switching over to take that down. Looks like one villager could go down here, but does escape, splitting his villagers nicely to the right, does take down Grimescene does take down Mclovin's TP all by himself, just with Saheen the goat.
Here
of course, 29 siege on
that
that fella.
And the Spahi diving on those heavies. He's gonna clean this army. There's not a lot of goons or grains here. Wasteful of 2 heavies, if you ask me.
Absolute waste. 2 heavies for 1 cav archer and a half HP town center. Not worth it whatsoever. That's a complete cleanup. Scores have flipped again. Grimescene now up 3k, potentially going up to 4k, in which it just does. And that's GG is called. First game going to Grimescene as Ottoman on Budapest.
Bit of a big map that is leaning to more of a a late game play, but then game ending so quickly. Both players gonna go for the throat. It is a best of 5.
Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. 103, 102 down to 14. Like, you can't get a closer fight than that. Look at that. You cannot get a closer fight than that.
We just saw
Look at that.
French church build versus Ottoman church build, and we get to see how powerful both of these cards are. Wow.
Yeah, as expected. Yeah. All right, let me go head over to them and check out what the next deal is.
I wonder if my did change the bitrate, change a few things. I'm hoping everything now. Maybe I can get the game running the next match, and hopefully it runs smooth. Game 1 going to Grimescene, best of 5, so we're still far from over. Curious to see now what the map will be picked. Maybe unknown. Maybe something standard like New England. Interesting dominating performance here now. Didn't even use all of the Spahis. I think that fight could have gone. It was such a nice fight though. Curious to see now what will be the map choice, what will be the civs, the bans. Mclovin could still play France again. Grimescene could maybe switch and go French himself. He is a French main. But he has been playing quite a bit of USA, Ethiopia, so I wonder if we're gonna see USA from him here. He does have a point lead. He could do something a bit wacky, a bit funky. Winner will be playing against Quick Aragon or Lady Shaver, known also as Andreas. And then of course we do have our secret guest coming to play the winner of the tournament. He is one of the top players currently in the moment. Never again do I have to play on that map. Mclovin is typing now in the chat. It was an interesting build order, but needed more goons from France here. Pushing with heavies and just didn't have anything to protect them with. Welcome
Got
back,
Brit
Josh.
versus Mexico. Brit is not allowed to make musketeers, and Mexico is not allowed to make falconets.
Gonna see if the next game, if it's gonna still do the slow thing or not. I don't know, it's not consistently doing it, so I don't know why. It's like sometimes, oh, it's slow mode and I can't cast, or other times it's like perfect. I don't know if it's just like connections or... Yeah.
No, it's a hardware issue, man. I could probably send you like the full detail of how it works.
But I'll see now if this one wants to work a bit better. I think one time we wanted to, there was two players playing on Budapest also. But apparently, like, when you click to, like, watch the match, it says, like, the host has a different version or something like that. And then you could not watch the game, which was funny because, like both players didn't even have mods. So, I don't even know how that happened.
Strange. Alright, you got the scoreboard updated and all happy days.
I could. I just want to see if this game is actually not going to be slow mode. Otherwise, it's kind of pointless having a scoreboard if I can't actually have it on. You don't think it's going to be Baja, do you, Josh?
Well, he doesn't have much of other choice, does he?
Okay, you see what I mean now? Like, it's now... Is it slow mode? It's normal speed, right? Is it slow?
I don't know. I can't see.
Alright, my bad. Wait a second. I don't know if I'm tweaking right now. It is. No, it is.
It's fine on my end. Do you want me to stream to you?
Yeah, I don't know if I think this is a bit slow. I don't know if
Right. Shall we begin?
yeah.
So, starting in the south of the map, we have Grimescene playing as the British in the colour blue, and in the north map, we have Mclovin playing as the Mexicans. Obviously, in the colour red, starting off with Market House, so no trade post, and he looks like he will be collecting the starting sheep and treasures. Grimescene, on the other hand, looks like he will be starting with a double mana start, and not gathering for the extra mana, and not opening with Virginia Company, so it looks like a 3-vil start, and not to save those extra seconds of gather time. 10 villagers out to start with, as opposed to Mclovin's 7, so definitely up on the early game eco, and it looks like scouting-wise, we're seeing a few good judges here. 135 XP worth of porcupines. Sheep going to be heading back to base, obviously super useful for Mexico. In fact, this is a pretty good map for Mexico. All those sheep scattered around the map are going to be able to be tasked to that hacienda. Taking a look at deck, we could reveal all of his decks, but I wonder which one is he going to play. No matter, heading over to Grimescene. Actually, interesting. So Mexico has an advantage starting with the XP crate, obviously, right? Wait, did they? Or was that just USA? Anyway, but it looks like the XP curve is relatively close, obviously because these manas providing a lot more XP than usual, 28 XP each. First card going to be coming in as 3 villagers, as anticipated, and taking a look at a 100 food that's just been cracked. That will be able to get Grimescene up lickety-split with a 17 villager count. Heading over to Mexico, on the other hand, looks like we'll be getting a 40 food treasure, and shipping Ardantes de Gratias. To receive a 2 villager and hacienda card, and it looks like he's received 1 cow and a grand total of 2 sheep. Unfortunate, because it would have been nice to see a lot many, but 2 is not as worse as 0.
Okay, I am on my own stream. I think my shit fixed itself. Mexico having that card for cheaper revolt, so it has to be a Baja, right? There's no way it's not.
Let's take a look. Yes, certainly does have independence movements. However, this is actually a very good pickup. So notice which age here has the least cards in it, and it looks like he's stacked for age 2, but doesn't have anything in age 3, which means that it looks like he is going for that age 2 revolt. So Baja it is, by the looks of it. Interesting, though, that he doesn't have the outlaw card in Age 4 if he did want to unrevolt, but that's neither here nor there. This is obviously a good map for Baja. Do you know
Yes.
why it's a good map for Baja, Ron?
4 TPs all connected on one trade route. Pretty easy defendable.
Exactly. There's only one route he can take to kill those trade routes, those trade that to recontrol the trade line, and that is this way, which Mclovin has full control over. He could go the long route around, but by the time this is the sort of country 22 he's in. If he goes all the way around to kill these trade posts and avoid the army just goes, oh, I could save the trade routes, or I could just go in and win the game and kill his base. So I think that's what Grimescene's position is in here, so he's certainly in a tough position.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Well, Grimescene is a good player, so he must know it's gonna be a Baja on New England. So I wonder how he's gonna deal with this. His deck is called Bow Picky, so I guess mass longbows would probably be fine. Because I feel like isn't
Mass
Brits
longbows is beautiful for here.
is it
I 100% agree. Yeah.
isn't Brits one of the civs that can beat Baja just because of the early skirmisher that isn't really that expensive to mass?
No, I agree. He's shipped the first outpost here. I'll be interested to see where he puts it. Hopefully in a smart position behind his town center. Nope, he's going to put it forward, but that's fine. It's in a nice little choke here. Parking the longbows in this little choke would be perfect. However, I would really, really like him to take advantage of this poor pathing by the trees here and wall up along this little choke here as well, and perhaps along this little choke here as well. This is obviously a trap for young players where they think they've walled the choke here by just doing this little thing, but they don't realize that you can just go just around it and kill all the longbow. So he does need to extend this to the mine here and does need to extend this to the sea. Because quite frankly, the army can just go, oh no, there's a choke, I guess I'll just go around it. Like, we need to extend this over to here. But it's good thinking from him to obviously come up with this little choke of walls and outposts there. Much better than nothing. And not actually a bad position to this barracks as well. The market, tower and houses are obviously blocking it. So props to him for calling that. Going to be opening longbow as predicted with yourself, and Mclovin looks like he's going to be shipping in a 700 wood. Oh, wait a minute, this doesn't look right, is it? And he's opening Insurgente. This isn't the build, is it?
So 5 builds of 700 wood. He wanted to send insurgents and then he decided to try and go Chanacos and now he switched. Mclovin has played against Scalp in the quarterfinals. He played Mexico on this map. What he did is he went Central America and he went Salteadores and Chinacos. I don't know if that's maybe what he's gonna try and do again.
Hang on, I don't understand. Why doesn't he just revolt and win the game? He's got the whole trade line. Like,
you're gonna have to ask him that yourself. I guess it kind of.
all right, well, good luck to him.
forces-
But the longer this goes, the worse it's going to be for him because Grimescene's going to start to scale with all these manners.
I guess it's kind of like a try to like psych your opponent out, like oh it's a fake out, but I don't know. Virginia Company hasn't come in as well, so yeah, I mean I guess it kind of worked already because Grime doesn't want to boom, he's scared of the Baja.
That is true. Obviously, Mclovin, Grimescene, if he's paying attention, has just realised that 3 Chinacos have been shipped. So we've seen a military shipment being shipped at 6 minutes 40 of the game. He should be getting ready for a push now. Taking a look at the 4 longbows in queue, shipping more wood. He could even drop a second barracks here and start double batching on 29 builds for Grimescene as opposed to Mclovin's 24. So Vil Pop is still relatively close. Obviously, Brit naturally ahead, but not as far off as expected. Grimescene now up in score in the game, which is obviously he was actually down earlier on, rather down. But we're going to have 20
right now.
Yep. 7-10.
Okay. I think I'm just I am behind a minute, but the game's not slow, so I think I'm just like late to the party.
What time are you?
6:25.
Okay, I will pause it, and when you get up to 7:30, let me know.
Alright.
And then if you get out after that, then we know it's playing slow. Nothing's happening. If you want to speed ahead, you can. Like they're just posturing. No one's attacking.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I can see this. 6:45. Boats and Hose. Grimescene's Explorer name.
Mm. Almost at 7:30.
7:10 now. Yeah, I do think it's slow, but I don't think it's as bad as that first game. Kind of slightly fixed itself.
Ready?
Yeah, you can go.
So the reason why that's obviously happening is because your PC can't handle the amount of resources that's required for the game and to run OBS, which is what usually only happens during broadcasting. And so what it does is the physics of the game is actually tied to the frame rate, so it slows down the frame rate in order to recompensate itself for those physics. So if it needs to require, say, it's obviously much more than this, but say 100 physics calculations in a second, and it can't do that, it needs to slow itself down. It doesn't skip physics calculations, it calculates it, but it slows down the frame rate to accommodate. The very simple term is that the physics is tied to the frame rate. So the frame rate slows rather than skipping physics. And the reason why it appears on some maps more than others is because if there's more, usually, underbrush. So these foliage elements like this rock, or you can't see my screen, but the more on-screen actual assets, the more on-screen proto-units there are, the more chance of that happening because there's more to model. There's more for the game's physics engine to model. And obviously I know that from last game because how that map is actually produced is you could kind of see on the shorelines, you know, those like crossing areas, there were a bunch of foliage assets like rocks and what are they called, like props essentially. Well, the term is props. And they take a lot more to render. Anyway, all good. Let's watch this fight.
Mclovin deciding to back out. He's basically sacrificing the Hacienda. Lost already the TP.
Oh my god, going in on 100 HP. Oh my god, what a pull from the filibusters. Holy shit, going to be able to collapse on this. The Chinakos could even just right-click this and a Z move here. Oh, if he just splits those filibusters, he could be on such a strong here, sacking the pikes to save the longbows. 100% the play here, but the pikes won't be able to get back in time. Luckily, the Chinakos just fell behind and weren't spot on Morocco onto those longbows, but it's definitely a very, very good bait here from Mclovin. That was not the Baja I expected, and clearly it was not the Baja Grimescene expected. Very well played.
I didn't even think there would be a Baja, because it's like, it's been 9 minutes, like, you should have seen a Baja by now, but now he somehow cleaned all the pike, and he's got a few cav left, like, Grime decided to ship, like,
but see, this is the
behind
thing.
it.
The early power spike, exactly. He doesn't have any villas behind it. Sure, he's got a bit of a trade line here, but now he's not facing a 7-minute Brit eco with 20 vills, you know. Oh, sorry, not 7 minutes, 6 minute. Yeah, he's now facing a 10-minute Brit with 40 vills, so he can clean this fight up. But all Grimescene has to do is just not lose his vills, and he's still won the game. So even if he loses his whole army, Grimescene's still ahead as long as he doesn't lose vills.
Yeah, the pikeman mass already been...
Yeah, the pikes have been absolutely cleaned up. 2 pikes left to go. The longbow here on not much HP are going to be getting cleaned up slightly
27.
by these Chinakos. 2 Chinakos go down. Only 3 pikemen left in the fray. The filibusters heavy infantry are going to be going toe-to-toe with the longbow, who have almost half the HP of the filibusters, but obviously packing quite a significant punch with their 1.5 rate of fire. Looks like the fight's going to be close, but there's a reinforcing batch of outlaws, some owl hoots, cowboys, and gunslingers that'll clench the fight for Mclovin, sealing the day. And let's see if these reinforcing batch of 10 longbow will be able to keep the fight in Grimescene's favour.
I think he's done it. I mean, he does have already used Minutemen, but there's nothing left here from him. I think, yeah, you should have either Baja in the beginning and do it properly or not do it at all.
As we can see, obviously the Mexican army obviously doing a great job cleaning up these longbows, but it's just not enough because Brit has just got so many vills. Mclovin can do everything he can to clean up Grimescene's army here, but Grimescene doesn't mind because he's got so many vills. He can just remake his army. But Mclovin,
Yeah.
obviously, it was a great idea to revolt later on. I didn't expect it. He caught Grimescene out of guard. It was brilliantly done. But obviously, it's just unfortunate that he's up and against an opponent where Brit's probably the only circumstance where you don't want to do that because they have so many vills that they can come back from it. The
He
only thing I can see is if he can somehow get his water eco back out, that's a potential play. And obviously, because Brit is uncontesting water at the moment, but if he can secure water and the trading post line, I think maybe Mexico's in a fine spot, but
he
unfortunately
doesn't have the
couldn't make it happen that
resources
game.
to even get stagecoach. So it's already it's already pretty much over, I think, for Mclovin.
Oh yeah, he was just barely off.
So he'll have to like
All
put
right,
his
great.
factory on food and wood just to get stagecoach, and he doesn't have that last TP either. Never mind.
All good. I'm gonna go find out what the next deal is.
Game 2, going for Grimescene. 2-0, and it's coming close to now being essentially just sudden death at this point. Um, I wonder. We've seen a church mirror. We've seen now Brits versus Baja. Well, I say a church mirror, French versus Ottoman mirror, church built. And now we have seen a late Baja against a Brit. Go now into game 3. It seems to just be a bit of a... It's becoming a clean sweep for Grimesy now. I'm curious to see now what Mclovin is gonna do. What map is he gonna pick? What civ? What playstyle? What strategy? Because he needs to now start getting wins.
He needs to start eating less cookies.
Sorry about that. Somebody just somehow got into the stream there. Weird. Let me just update the score here. Yeah, sudden death, essentially now. Can Mclovin find a way back into this series? Two Australians, only one can move on to the final. Getting some information now. A double grenadier ban. A double grenadier ban is. I wonder now if this is gonna be a French mirror on no Nomad. Sorry. Cause why are we banning grains?
Both playing France, on unknown, both
Yeah.
Ben Grens.
Yeah, I just said that. I saw the both grains ban, and I was like, this has to be French. This why else would they ban it? That's kind of funny. Sudden death essentially for Grimescene now. He just needs to give him one more win.
Well, this is it. Good luck. Ah, my head, bro. My eyes, my eyeballs are so sore. Like I'm touching my eyeballs. So it feels like they're gonna explode. Eyeballs sore. What's his name? No eyeballs. Yeah, sore.
No eyeballs are so. Alright,
Oh yeah, infection. Yeah, okay.
Grimescene going
Uh,
as blue, playing
No,
French.
if I may, real quick. What's his name? Revnak sent a plague over to me. It'll silence me one way or the other. Alright, back to it.
So Grimescene
Yes,
going as French in the color blue, and in the other side we have also French, also red, also Australian apparently. So mirroring not only nationalities but civs now. Game was paused.
what time are you at?
28 seconds. Is it behind?
Alright, hit me. Let me know when you get to 50.
Right now, give me. It's your turn on your Discord. Let me just switch over there. I wonder if I change the settings, is there some settings that have big impact on the game that you don't need, essentially? That has an impact on it or not? Not really.
Yeah, but like
No.
for the amount it was slowing down for you, no.
No. Hmm.
Yes, they'll affect it, but not. They won't get rid of it for the amount that you were experiencing.
Oh man.
Anyway, can we go?
Yeah.
Alright. 50 seconds. We're starting off. In the left side of the map, we have Grimescene playing as France, mirroring Mclovin's France on the right side of the map. This is the final match in the series, perhaps. Trade post advantage to Grimescene, getting the pass by the looks of it, 93 XP up, and Mclovin missing the pass. His trading post will be coming up second, but he'll be taking the surrounding pass in the triangle-shaped trade route with a curved bottom on the other hand. In the center of the map, we have not one, not two, not three, four, five, six. Is that six? I count them. Six coal mines. Is it six? Six coal mines in the center of the map.
As well. They both got one in base that they received.
2,000 each and one in base, correct? And they received the miner, you said, with 3.6 coin per second. So that is quite practically a bank that yields a punch.
Can you click on the TCs? I'm pretty sure they can make miners.
They sure can. They can train a maximum of
Oh
five
my
miners for 100 food, 100 coin each. And, you know, let's be honest, I'm pretty sure they train simultaneously to the vills. So you can train double res units at once. So can you believe this? They're gathering coin. He's got 300 coin in bank. Sorry, Grimescene does. And he can train all these miners at the same time as he's training CDB and effectively have 5 banks out at like 2 minutes. He can have 5 banks at 2 minutes if he just trained these miners. Does that not blow you away? 5 banks.
This is why we love Unknown.
Did they not
the
realize?
beauty of
Yeah,
the
I
map.
love it as well. It's great. Yeah, 5 banks at 2 minutes. He could get that, and it's not even like 5 banks that'll like fuck up anything. Like, look at this: 30 ranged attack, 30 siege attack with a 5 air effect. I don't know if you've seen these guys in effect, but they're like
I've used them in the
falconets
campaign.
on steroids.
The campaign where you have to destroy
Yeah, they're
the ice
very,
bridges.
very strong. Oh yeah, the ones that, yeah. Destroy the ice bridges. Correct. Very, very good. Campaign connoisseur. Alright, it looks like we're going to be seeing natives from Grimescene. Let's check his deck. Yes, okay, let's take a look here. So, first card, 3 villages, followed up by a team French auxiliary combat for the 10%. Strange he's not going for Ashian Regime first, second actually, but he does have native treaties, native warrior combat, and wilderness warfare, so he could be ending this in age 2 for an aggressive native play. He does look like he's gone around trying to take all the settlement location points, which it looks like he's just gotten this one at the north. Very, very well done. Napoleon going to be scouting here on unknown Ozarks. We've got the mines to the south filled with churches and tin mines with moose. Actually, quick question. Then yes, so all the mines on this map are low. So the tin mines, right? So they've got 1500 coin, fast but expiring source of coin. So these are actually very similar to coal mines. So they've got 2000 coin. The tin mines actually have less coin. So there is almost no coin on this map. Oh, there is one silver mine on either side. So that is very, very handy. But nevertheless, we've got a low coin but high gather rate map. Lots of hunts though, lots of herds, especially around the back of the map, so no raiding required if you can get these areas secured. Aging up with the quartermaster as per usual, and looks like he's going to be up to 3 trading posts in queue. Heading over to Mclovin's point of view, also going to be going up to the quartermaster, stacking 2 shipments, and look at this, it's a mirrored native play. 1 native post for both players, but it looks like Grimescene's going to have the advantage unless this native Huron post at the bottom can be taken by Mclovin. But what do you think, on? It looks like we're going to be seeing a native off. A nat off, if you might say.
So we have a mirror nationality, a mirror civ, and a mirror build order.
Looks like we're going to be seeing from Grimescene 4 vills as the first card in age 2. Did not research hunting dogs. Probably a mistake there.
If they're trying to play in H2 only, honestly, they could just use that gold, sell it, and do other stuff with that gold. Because both of them are just banking the gold now, and I don't know if they're actually gonna use it on something.
Alright, so I'm back. Carib Blowgunners coming out as the first unit from the trading post at the north. These guys, obviously people think, oh my god, they're so good versus heavy infantry. No, they're not, you fools. They're good versus all infantry. That is an all infantry tag, not heavy infantry. Read your tags. More going to be coming out here. The middle one being taken down. This is the perfect composition. We've got the anti-infantry and the anti-cavalry here. So this is the perfect composition that Grimescene could possibly want to have observed. Taking a look at Mclovin's perspective, it looks like he got the lucky roll of the Cree trackers. So it looks like, oh my god, I just realized, holy shit. If whoever player can control the Hurons, the Comanches, the Cree, and the Carib is going to be quite literally sitting on the jackpot when they ship native treaties.
Oh.
And they're just going to be sitting on the jackpot. But it looks like Carib Blowgunners with the 176 HP and the 20 ranged attack will be dealing 30 damage to these Creed trackers, whereas the Creed trackers will be dealing 13 damage. How about that? The Carib Blowgunners will be dealing triple the damage to these Creed trackers. Quite significant as a matter of fact, and they've got extra speed, 5 speed for a pseudo skirmisher type unit. Very, very impressive. Obviously don't have the heavy infantry tag. Let's just check that though. Yeah, of course they don't. And successfully defended that trade post. Grimescene on 3 TPs with 1 trading route, and Grimescene and Mclovin on 1 TP with 1 trade route. Obviously has the option to take these 2. I don't understand. Oh, I suppose the stable would be the perfect counterplay to this unit here, but not to the Comanche Horse Archers. And where the hell did all those Horse Archers come from? Did he ship native treaties? He sure did. And they have arrived, and they've arrived in numbers. 15 Carib Blowgunners, 8 Comanche Horse Archers coming in at 6 minutes 40. This is a massive I've ever seen one. And let's take a look at the fight.
It's definitely gonna...
Okay, we've taken a look at the fight and everything's all dead. Grimescene the victor. Yay!
I mean, he doesn't have... the problem though, he doesn't have any siege capabilities with his army though.
That is true. He does not have any siege. He's only got 11 siege and 16 siege. So, although he needs to watch out
What is
because
he
these
doing?
Caribs mixed with this card from Grimescene, where is it? Archer deals 1 bonus damage. That could be a bit of a pickle to deal with. Oh my gosh, the Hussar batch has come down and we'll be picking on these Comanche Horse Archers, but look at these Horse Archers. They're perfect for dealing with hand attack. Look at that, 10% hand resistance and 250 base HP, so they are jacked. They can deal with Hussars just nicely.
He needs to. He should have popped the SARS with the Minutemen and the Vills, but because he still hasn't.
Oh my god, I just realized what we'd do really, really quickly. The miners would just crush all this.
The
'Cause they deal siege
miners.
damage.
I think Grimescene has actually added a few miners at his base now.
Let's take a look. Wait, where are they? Ah, he has all 5 miners, which can
Oh
also
my
build a
goodness.
mine of unknown origin. Ooh, look at that.
A real mine, but oh, it's not a mine that you can mine. You place it down and it generates gold like a bank.
I'd have to check, but I believe this is the sprite from, I can't remember if it's Age of Mythology or Age of Empires 1. But that's what this mine of unknown origin is. Which is a very cool tidbit to know.
Looking at the score, I do think this is probably over.
Yeah, I think Grimescene's just playing it safe and like burning stuff. He's not actually like, you know, going for the advantage. Obviously, these pikemen can quite easily go and knock out this trading post here.
You got honestly the best natives here. Karib with the Comanche, it's insane.
Yeah, this is the god roll. Career blowgunners with Comanche Horse Archer. You couldn't have asked for anything better. Dynamite.
So the Comanche
Boom.
actually has a multiplier against Vills?
They do.
What? I never
Good
knew
pickup.
that.
I never noticed that.
Yeah,
And they deal 1.5 attack rate.
it's actually insane. Minutemen was popped now, but
Look how much
too little too
HP.
late.
This is age 2 HP, bro.
Yeah, this is insane. 290 HP. I mean, what does a
How do you
Cav
kill
Archer
this
run
elite?
with? Cav Archers are what, 320? 315 or what? No, that's a lot less. 290?
And they're so cheap. Look how cheap they are. What the
70
fuck?
food, 60 wood. Small build limit, unfortunately. But yeah, the
Not if he gets more native
Karib, does the
posts.
Karib have a card that buffs range units or was it like bow?
The Carib? It's bow, not ranged.
Archers,
See?
all action damage.
Well, the other one was 1 bonus damage. So if he... Oh, he already did research that. That's
Yeah.
why... Sorry. That's why they've got the 1.5. Because he researched that. Yeah, see? And these guys are up to 2 now.
Okay,
They
so
deal
that
double
means
damage.
also the other technology would buff the horse archers as well, because it's a bow unit, is it not? Or
Correct. So hence why it went from 0.5 to 1.5. So 0.5 plus 1 bonus goes to 1.5.
yeah, massive mass.
And he can research Caspra Carib Kasiri beer for
Beer.
10% action damage. And the fight looks like it's going to have hand infantry and archers. Okay, cool.
Not enough hussars.
Hussar. If you remember from the campaign, the Hussars are like what Morgan is told to train to counter the Kree bro gunners, but he didn't account for the Comanche horse
No,
archers, which
no.
quite literally destroy the Hussars.
I think the problem is the Kree trackers are like, yeah, they're a great tanky skirmisher, but they do no DPS
They don't deal
essentially.
damage. Yeah. Spot on. They tank. They've got the same HP, well, now less, but pretty much the same HP as these horse archers, but they deal significantly less damage.
It would be a great supporting unit, but yeah, this unit is just honestly not doing anything.
Grime's aging up. Mclovin's floating almost 3,000 food, God knows how. Honestly, he could even... Honestly, if we're being honest, throw this card out. Ship edict. Oh wait, they can't. Grens are banned. Never mind. I was gonna say, and then ship Grens with all this food. Save the day, but you can't.
I mean, you could still sell the food and try to go Fortress. 2 Falcons can help him here at least a little bit, but or a fort.
2 heavies actually crush this. Because the Comanche Horse Archers deal like no damage to artillery. 32 damage. Yeah, that's like nothing with 75.
Rangers
Wait,
is,
with
yeah.
70. Let's do this. Wait. Calculators. 32 times by 0.75 is equal to. No, 0.25. Duh. 32 times by 0.25. So they deal 8 damage to heavy cannons. 8 damage. Who cares? Fucking just park them there and blow them to kingdom come is what I say. Chuck a little wall down here and park them here and say, come at me. But
What
Mclovin
is-
is aging up to Fortress with
What is
Exile Prince.
Grimes' gold economy right now?
Why do that? Grimescene's gold economy
He's going
is...
industrial.
Oh my god. 3.6. Oh god, look at them go.
He did a native rush
All
and
that
somehow is gonna get industrial before like
In 12 minutes.
it
Oh,
is
13, yeah.
insane.
Impressive.
You just need to say ship the native, the blood brothers, or I can't remember now what it's called.
He can ship Blood Brothers, which he probably will, but Native Warriors as well for the, what was it? 25% cheaper. Oh my god. These are gonna be, they're 50, look how cheap this is, dude.
This is insane.
Look how cheap these things
They are-
This is like cheaper than cheap.
This is like essentially playing with Haudenosaunee. Like every unit is just a version of a Tomahawk.
The hell? But like, it's not like they're bad units. These are really good units.
Yeah.
And they're so cheap. He just needs the build limit
It's just their
possibility. I don't know
range.
if they've
Their
got
range
access
is
to that.
poor, but like that's not a problem if you don't kite. Don't try to kite.
And now we've got our big siege boys, the hood on mantlets. Look at that skin.
56 siege from them.
Looks so good.
There it is.
Another
Blood
town
Brothers
center
coming
coming
in.
out from Mclovin. Blood Brothers does come in. Mclovin expand the south here. Might run into some of Grimescene's hunting vills. Actually, I'm interested to see if this gathers the same rate as the silver mine, if he puts that on there.
I think it is. The only difference is you gather it faster.
But it's
You gather it faster.
it says fast but expiring source of
Yeah.
coin.
So like the mine lasts less long, or doesn't last.
Yeah, I
as long.
suppose. I thought coal mines were the only ones that gathered faster and salt mines gathered slower.
Salt mines are
But
slower. Yeah.
fast but expiring. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wait, we'll find out now. Alright, 0.81 and no, they gather at the same rate. They gather at the same rate.
So in a tier list of mines, you have the tin mine as
Tin
the
is like
poorest.
not good. Yeah. Tin is not
and
good.
and a bit of
And we're going
yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Canada.
He even got this one. What the fuck? Fort coming out, 100% the right play. Now just don't be greedy and put it here. Put it nice and safe. Nice and safe.
I think is he gonna do a Whirlpool? I think Grimescene is trying to do. He might do the
Wait. We've got to
Canadian
watch.
Whirlpool or something.
Yes. He will be doing the Canadian Whirlpool. We're going to be sending Lenepe and then Pioneers.
Pioneers,
which
yeah,
will be
and he's getting
for
great
ourselves.
codes, blunderbuss. He's getting it all.
Oh, native build limit.
Wow.
And then what else can he ship? What would you ship here? Oh, militia officer. Yeah, militia officer. And American allies. Yeah, there's so many options here, bro.
Wait, can he get the club? Oh my goodness! If he gets the club warriors, like he can get the research, the technology, for what was it? 50% HP or something on the bills? Like
50, yeah.
Oh my goodness!
They're gonna be so jacked.
They're already jacked. 28
Well,
range
we're about to
damage,
find out.
280 HP.
Why doesn't he get this one? Like, heard
He already has the creep. It's the one he stole on.
No, but for build limit. For build limit.
I guess he
Don't
can.
see.
I can't believe that skirmisher has that amount of siege.
Let's see. Oh my god, everyone's complaining about the bandito. Next thing they're going to be bitching about is the Lenepe.
I just had to point it out. This siege is so good.
Yeah,
It's not
they
a,
got
it's
more
not a,
siege
it's not a
attack than
great
range attack.
skirmisher. It's not a great skirmisher. It is, but no, it has its flaws. No range resist, poor range. So,
Takunu.
what's that card he's sending? Is he sending town militia? I don't understand.
I don't know why. Oh, he's gonna batch MM. He's gonna make MM, and you know,
Oh my goodness, he's
bruh, such an
trolling at this
aggressive
point.
fort. Yeah, when you triple your opponent's score.
Well, yeah. Well, Blood
I
Brothers
mean,
has
Lovin's age 4, he can ship factories and shit, but like 33 builds, it's just not
he's
gonna
so
happen.
far behind at this point.
You should, Amon, you should see this in team. Like, you think this is like scary in 1v1? This, if done right in team, you can't beat this. Like, let me explain, you can't beat this. So, quick tangent. In team, the point is, especially in larger team games like a 4v4, is you want to be fighting one player with two. You want to get your opponent, like if you're on the team and you can get two people fighting you, even if you don't win, the fact that you've got two people fighting you is very, very good, because it means your opponents, your other teammates only have to fight 3v2. So they're at the advantage, right? So you don't have to win, but as long as you're distracting two players, it means that you're going to win your team's going to win elsewhere, right? And you can do that with Canada every time because you just have so many fucking high HP units like this shit, like you can see right now,
Yeah.
with so much HP that you just cannot kill it fast enough. I remember I was like some broken like in state where I was like Russia or something. I was going like full like counter to what he was making. It might even been fucking auto or something. I can't even remember. And I just could not break his lines just because he just had so many units. Because, like, this is all 0 pop, remember? So as long as he's got the eco to keep making it, he can then add on another 120 population of proper military units. How the fuck are you supposed to deal with that?
Here comes the Minutemen. Oh my goodness. So much Minutemen.
Oh, but he forgot to hard so they don't lose HP. 0 stars. No. Very, very well played.
We have it. Series at the end. Grimescene, the victor. Grimescene going to the finals, and he'll be waiting for his next opponent. Lady Shaver and Quick Aragon will be playing Sunday 4 p.m. as far as I know. GMT plus. I wonder now if it's German time or Spanish. +2, I think it is. Wow, it's just. You see, that's the problem. He had such a great lead, and then having those miners just soak up the entire map. The race was just insane. What was his gold gather rate from Grimescene?
What is your command?
Is that what do you mean?
The in total
Oh,
gold,
like the gold
like the
graph?
timeline. Yeah, the graph.
Are they playing?
Oh my goodness! Look at this is insane. I feel like this is like rivaling
Fuck
Dutch.
What the fuck is Grimescene doing, man? The fuck am I witnessing? This
Well,
is peak Grimesy. Peak Grimes. Why did you mute Scalp?
because I'm live on Twitch and everybody's joining right now on a channel they shouldn't be talking. Like you.
Hello, guys.
Well, there we have it. 3-0 to Grimescene. Do some editing
3-0?
and post it on. Thank you. 3 editing, and we will post that on the YouTube for you guys to watch. Do a bit of editing. We had some great matches.